I'm a businessman. Jay-Z said that on The Breakfast Club back in 2013. In the history of hip-hop beef, no single person has ever moved this calculated. His feuds never end. For Jay-Z, beef is about legacy, power, and proving he's untouchable. Some of these grudges go way deeper than music. These are the top 5 rappers Jay-Z hates the most. Let's begin. Number 5 is Jim Jones. This beef sets the blueprint for how Jay-Z handles Harlem versus Brooklyn warfare without getting his hands dirty. According to Jim Jones on his Drink Champs interview from 2016, the drama kicked off when Jay-Z became president of Def Jam and tried to control the entire New York scene. Jones said, "Hav wanted everybody to bow down. We Dipset, we don't bow to nobody." But Jay-Z's version on Hot 97 is different. He claims Jim Jones was jealous of his success and tried to use the Dipset movement to challenge Roc-A-Fella's dominance. The real trigger was when Jim Jones and Cameron started throwing shots at Jay on mixtapes in 2003. Jones went at Jay for allegedly trying to blackball Dipset from radio and shows. The disrespect was clear. Jim called Jay corporate, said he wasn't really from the streets anymore. Jay didn't respond directly with diss tracks. He responded with power moves. He allegedly made it harder for Dipset to get played on Hot 97. Radio stations started pulling back from Cam and Jim. Public opinion in the industry shifted. People saw Jay as the executive, Jim as just a hype man. But Jim Jones kept going. He wore Free Shine t-shirts, referencing the Roc-A-Fella artist who went to prison after a nightclub shooting that some say Jay should have taken responsibility for. That was personal. The situation cooled down after Jay left Def Jam in 2007, but even now, there's tension. Jim Jones still takes shots on social media. In 2019, he posted about Jay not being loyal to the people who helped build him up. A beef that started with corporate power became about respect and loyalty. Neither one was willing to blink first. But if Jim Jones was about territory, the next name hits way more personal. Let's move to number 4. Number 4 is Beanie Sigel. This wasn't just rap beef. This was family betrayal. According to Beanie Sigel on multiple interviews, including The Breakfast Club in 2009, Jay-Z was like his big brother. Beans said, "I was down for Hav through everything. I held him down. I went to jail for Roc-A-Fella, and when I needed him most, he disappeared." But Jay-Z tells it completely different. On his Rap Radar interview, Jay claims Beanie became bitter when he didn't reach the same level of success and blamed everyone else instead of looking at himself. The split happened around 2005 to 2006. Beanie Sigel was signed to Roc-A-Fella, and when Jay-Z sold his share of the label to Def Jam, everything changed. Beans felt abandoned. He said Jay didn't support him when he was going through legal troubles and multiple jail bids. The real pain came when Beanie got out of prison in 2005, and Jay had moved on. No calls, no visits, no support. Beans went on radio and said Jay left him for dead. He recorded diss tracks aimed at Jay, talking about how the man he called his mentor turned his back on him. Jay's response? Silence. He never addressed Beanie directly. He just kept building his empire. Roc Nation launched. Jay became a billionaire. Meanwhile, Beanie struggled to stay relevant. But here's where it gets complicated. Years later, in 2013, they supposedly squashed the beef. Beanie appeared on stage with Jay during a concert. But then, in 2016, Beanie went right back to dissing Jay on Hot 97, saying the reconciliation was fake, and Jay only did it for optics. Even now, Beanie Sigel speaks about Jay with hurt in his voice. It's not just hate, it's betrayal. In 2020, he did an interview saying Jay-Z built his empire on the backs of people like him and never looked back. A beef that started with business became about broken brotherhood. The tone shifted from competitive to obsessive on Beanie's side, while Jay just kept winning. But if Beanie faced abandonment, the next rapper dealt with something worse. War. Number 3 is Nas. This is the most legendary beef in Jay-Z's career. This is where Jay proved he could destroy someone lyrically and commercially. According to Nas on his Angie Martinez interview from 2002, the beef started because Jay-Z was threatened by Nas's lyrical ability. Nas said, "He knew I was the best writer in New York. He couldn't handle that." But Jay-Z's version on Hot 97 is that Nas threw the first shot on a track and Jay had to respond to protect his position. The real explosion was in 2001. Jay dropped the track Takeover at Summer Jam, directly attacking Nas. He called Nas washed up, said his last 4 albums were trash, and declared himself the king of New York. The crowd went insane. Nas was in the building and the tension was electric. Nas hit back with Ether in December 2001. That track is considered one of the most vicious diss songs in hip-hop history. Nas went after Jay's appearance, his credibility, his relationship with Foxy Brown, everything. He called Jay fake, a copycat, and said he was writing other people's styles. Jay responded with Super Ugly, which went even more personal. He talked about being with the mother of Nas's daughter. That crossed a line. Even Jay's own mother told him he went too far, and Jay ended up apologizing publicly for that specific detail. But here's the business angle. During the beef, Jay was outselling Nas. The blueprint went multi-platinum while Nas's Stillmatic did well, but not as well. Radio played Jay more. MTV gave Jay more coverage. Public perception shifted. Jay was winning commercially even if people thought Nas won lyrically. The beef officially ended in 2005 when they performed together at a concert. But even today, there's tension. Subliminal shots still get thrown. In 2018, Nas responded to subliminals on his album. Jay hasn't responded directly, but insiders say the competition never really died. A beef that started with competitive bars became the defining rivalry of early 2000s hip-hop. If hate had a face, it would be this feud during its peak. But if Nas got destroyed commercially, the next name got erased from history. Number 2 is Dame Dash. This is different from every other beef on this list because Dame and Jay built Roc-A-Fella Records together. They were partners. They were brothers. According to Dame Dash on multiple interviews including Drink Champs and The Breakfast Club, Jay-Z snaked him. Dame said, "We built this empire together, 50-50. Then when it was time to cash out, Jay made moves behind my back and pushed me out." But Jay-Z's version, told through interviews and industry insiders, is that Dame was bad for business, too erratic, and the company needed to grow beyond Dame's street mentality. The split happened in 2004 to 2005. Roc-A-Fella was dissolving, and Jay-Z made a deal to become president of Def Jam. Dame felt betrayed. He said Jay chose corporate America over loyalty. He said Jay took the artists, took the brand, and left Dame with nothing. The real pain for Dame is watching Jay become a billionaire while Dame struggled financially for years. Dame has gone on countless interviews saying Jay stole his blueprint, his style, his business ideas. He claims Jay wouldn't be Jay-Z without Dame Dash. Jay's response? Total silence. He never addresses Dame publicly. He doesn't argue. He doesn't defend himself. He just keeps winning. Roc Nation became a multi-billion-dollar empire. Jay married Beyoncé. He became hip-hop's first billionaire. Meanwhile, Dame has had financial troubles, legal issues, and struggles to stay relevant in the industry. In 2021, he was selling his share of Reasonable Doubt as an NFT just to get money, and Jay's legal team tried to stop him. The beef is one-sided now. Dame keeps talking about Jay in interviews, and Jay never responds. That silence is the ultimate disrespect. It says, Dame isn't worth Jay's time anymore. Even now, Dame Dash brings up Jay in almost every interview. In 2023, he did a podcast saying Jay-Z sold out the culture for white approval. Jay still hasn't said a word. A friendship that built a dynasty ended in complete erasure. Jay didn't just win the beef, he made Dame irrelevant. The next person on this list did something nobody else could: physically attack Jay-Z and get away with it. Let's move to number 1. Number 1 is Solange Knowles. This isn't a rapper, but the hatred here is deeper than anything else on this list. According to eyewitness accounts and leaked security footage from 2014, Solange attacked Jay-Z in an elevator after the Met Gala. She kicked him, hit him, and went completely off while Beyoncé stood there. Jay didn't fight back. Security had to pull Solange away. The footage leaked and went viral immediately. Nobody knows exactly what Jay said or did to make Solange snap like that. Reports claim Jay was talking to another woman at the party, possibly Rachel Roy, and Solange felt disrespected on behalf of her sister. Other reports say it was about business dealings and Jay trying to control Beyoncé's career. The family released a statement saying it was a private matter and they'd moved past it. But the footage told a different story. The tension was real. The anger was real. That wasn't acting. What makes this the number 1 beef is the power dynamic. Solange can say and do things to Jay that nobody else in hip-hop can. She's family. She's Beyoncé's sister. Jay can't respond publicly. He can't diss her. He can't cut her off. He has to take it. Even now, the relationship seems strained. They appear together at family events, but body language experts have pointed out the distance between them. In interviews, Solange has made comments about protecting her sister and not letting anyone disrespect her family. Jay has never spoken about the elevator incident publicly. Not once. He's addressed every other beef on this list in some way, but Solange? Complete silence. The ultimate power move in hip-hop is when you can physically attack someone and they can't do anything about it. Solange did that. She violated Jay in the most public way possible, and he had to smile and move on. A beef that started with a private family dispute became the most shocking moment in Jay-Z's public life. And unlike every other rival, Solange won by making Jay look weak. And that's why no one can really understand Jay-Z's position. He's destroyed rappers lyrically, erased partners from history, and outsmarted everyone in the business. But the one person who truly got to him was family. Drop a comment below. Did I rank these right? Who do you think Jay-Z hates the most?